I'm here with Akash, Garg, CTO of Bebo. Hello.
Hello.
So I sort of shanghaied you, ran into you at this event, and we started talking about Bebo and wanted to talk more about Bebo on camera.
Sure.
You're one of the founders of High Five. You're the CTO.
That's
you
right.
left last year.
That's right.
And then you joined Bebo in this sort of new iteration of it.
Yeah.
When and why did you join?
Yeah. So I joined about 2 months ago, and prior to that, I was working on a new startup with one of my good friends from college, and we were working in the social media space and looking at different aspects of social media, and we were building some prototypes. When we heard the news about Bebo being purchased from AOL, we thought that was an interesting acquisition, and we reached out to the folks who actually purchased Bebo, and we started having some conversations. And it turned out that a lot of the projects we were working on ourselves, anyways, matched up pretty well with what Bebo was thinking and what you could do with the large audience.
Did they acquire your startup or just?
They didn't acquire us. Okay. No. So we, my co-founder and myself, Aaron, both of us joined Bebo.
And you're the CTO of Bebo now.
That's correct.
So what? So Bebo got bought by AOL by Criterion. It's got a fresh start.
Yeah.
Has all the users it always had. I mean, it took everything: assets, software,
that's right,
people.
everything.
So how many users were ever registered? How many are active?
Yeah, so we have about north of 100 million registered members in the database, and active right now. We have 6 to 8 million uniques a month, about half of which come from the UK.
You said 16?
No, 6 to 8. Yeah.
6 to 8. And the company you've hired like 20 people. You said
we have 20 people. We have a 20-person team today. That's right.
And the company's profitable. Like the money that comes in is.
Yeah, we're running a very cost-efficient operation, and we actually have a lot of traffic, so we're able to monetize that via advertising.
How many pages do you do in a month now?
A month?
A few billion? 3 billion?
3 billion? No, we do about about 80 million pages a day.
Okay.
Yeah. So
about 2.5 billion.
Yeah, 2.5 billion. Yeah.
The only reason I was sort of able to pull that out is I just interviewed Greg saying it Tag.
Oh, right.
And their numbers are, they're not too much different. So what is people? I mean, like, what are you going to do? I mean, they get. How is it going to be? How do you compete with Facebook? What's the plan?
Yeah, so we're looking at it from a perspective of the fact that we have a lot of really loyal users, and we recently just hired Kevin Backus, who was one of the co-founders of the Xbox, to help us define and execute on a really interesting product vision that differentiates us from Facebook, but still gives users a lot of functionality that I think.
Do you know what that vision is yet, or you're working on it now?
We're working on it right now, and we have, I think, several ideas that we want to test out and work with the users on.
What are some of the ideas? I mean, do you mind sharing?
Well, I think right now it's still early in the stage process before we kind of want to start talking about it. But that said, it will be around I think self-expression, mobile, and video will be strong components of whatever strategy we go forward with.
Is Michael Birch involved with the company again?
Michael Birch is not involved in any official way right now.
Is he involved unofficially?
He's definitely supportive of trying to see Bebo come back, and he and I have known each other for many years and are friendly. And
the conspiracy theorist in me perks up when you say Michael Birch is not involved in any official capacity. That sounds like a PR statement from the government about whether or not there's a war going on. Or something.
No. I mean, I'm just saying he's not involved. I know him very well, and we'll have lunch and talk about ideas. And
is Michael Birch an advisor to the company?
He's not an advisor.
Is he a shareholder of the company?
He's not a shareholder.
Does he hang out at the offices?
He hasn't hung out at the offices.
So how is it he is involved then? If you said,
well, just my personal relationship.
Objection,
Your Honor.
He's looking at me like,
I'm like, come on, man.
What do you think about I talked to Greg. Did you see the interview I did with Greg?
Yeah, I did.
So he's really focused on he doesn't call it dating. He calls it finding social partners for anything you want to do, but it's dating.
Yeah.
And that seems to be working out for them. What do you think about that? Is that a winner?
I think dating is a really interesting application and one that can really drive traffic and engagement. Yeah. Obviously, with Bebo's audience being younger, I think that is a use case that
Your audience is younger?
I mean, our audience is young. Probably actually probably similar to what Tagged has. The 16 to 22-year-olds really being the primary users of the site. And obviously, when you're that age, dating is an important aspect of your life. So
right now you're in maintenance mode as you figure out you're going.
Yeah, I mean, it was coming in, understanding what we have. Doing some data cost reductions, removing data centers, and doing some just basic blocking and tackling just to make sure we shore up what we have, and then going forward, hiring up more people on the team to execute on some of the ideas.
Do you have more users or less today than you did when you started 2 months ago?
We have more users. We've had some.
You're growing a little bit.
We're growing, yeah. We're kind of gotten out of the decline phase, while there was some uncertainty about where the company was going, before the sale to Criterion. And since Criterion purchased the company, I think ComScore showed a 35% month-over-month growth.
And these Criterion guys, do they know anything about anything? Or are they just money?
No, they're very actively involved. Adam Levin, who's our CEO and the managing partner of Criterion, comes from a background of, working a lot with media companies and has a lot of vision for what he wants to do with the company.
So he's an old media guy now running Bebo, you're saying?
No, he's not an old media guy. He's young. He's 31, so he's not old by any standards. But he's well connected and he has a lot of great ideas. And we're excited to work with him. And bringing on Kevin, I think, has been a huge win for the company because somebody with his experience and background can really help shape.
When are we going to see something new?
We're
6 months, 2 months, a year.
I think 3 to 6 months, you'll start to see some real noticeable changes on the site, and hopefully for the positive.
Cool. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.